In this lesson, you will learn how to make use of external action in order to create custom report or usage report for test data. So let's take a look what this means. So in ALM Octane, on manual test cases, you can assign different data tables. And so you can see here, I have different manual test cases and there are data table assigned. There are few which are not using any data tables, but let's take a look on the ones which are using data tables. So here I'm directly on the manual test and I can see that this test is using a data table called products, which is shared with other 13 tests. And I can click on this link and I will basically receive the list of the other 13 tests. That's about it. Basically, it gives me a good overview how the data table is linked to other tests. But if we look more closely, you will see that this data table has different data sets. Again, those data sets have different data which can be used in the test execution and test cases. So basically what this here, the link says shared with 13 tests, means that the data table products is linked with 13 tests, other 13 tests, but we don't know if those tests are using the data table and the data sets or not. And therefore, we have developed a simple external action which can be performed directly on a manual test. So here I can say test data usage report. And now it is creating, using the custom or external action, a report which shows me exactly, first of all, which data set is used the most. So here the size of the row tells me that speaker data set is used the most and it is used in different test cases. Yeah, so I can click here on the test cases and it will redirect me to the correct test. Yeah, so it's used here, as well as I can see also the runs where this test is used, where this data set is used. So I can click on it and I will see the run report for this data set where it has been used so far. So basically what it gives me is an overview of all the different data set within the data table. Yeah, so the data table product. I'm currently focusing on this test case. So the data table products has different data sets. The largest one definitely is speaker, which shows all the data here. The different iterations are also displayed here. And then you can see the different sets. And here you can also use this report to identify if a data set is used at all in a test or in any run, or if it is not used. Yeah? So not used means that maybe this test, this data table is linked to different test cases, but the data sets have not been used in an execution so far. Yeah, so we can see here the headphones, they are linked to different test cases, but the dataset headphones is not used in any test nor in any run. So basically this is the feature about the ALM Octane test data usage report. You can implement this using the external action editor, and it has been already uploaded to the GitHub repository Octane Python examples, where you can see, scroll to the bottom and you will see here test data reporting, exactly the report which we just showed is shown here. You can use this to one second. So you can use this and implement into your environment. So basically what you have to do is you go into the external actions, test data reporting, and then you have the Python script plus the configuration file. So in the configuration file, you have to change the values according to your environment, URL, space, workspace, as well as the client API and secret. Then you have here the Python script, which you need to copy and run on your Flask environment. Yeah, so this is something you need to copy and use. And the last thing was the external action editor. So the action you need to copy directly into the external action editor of your ALM Octane. So here, this is exactly shown here. And once you have it, basically this is it. Yeah? So here using this, you are able to see the report, and also to test cases which are not using any data, you can launch it and it will exactly tell you that there is no data used for this test. And for the tests which are using the data, you can launch it and see what is it, which test cases are using it, what were the runs where this data set is used, and so on. So that's it.